Welcome to the final part of Dragon Ball FighterZ. Yeah, we're not spending about another 16 parts of just doing Cell and Frieza bickering like an old married couple and then the Android Saga.
Man,
especially because it's so pointless.
I finally get what's bugging me about the mouth animations in this. Okay, they're trying to be that same repetitive mouth flap that you see in a drawn anime, and for the most part, they work. But when you see that kind of mouth animation alongside a shifting camera angle that gives you a sweet flowing idea of character dimensions as it rotates around them, it's just it doesn't fit. One registers in your brain as a really smooth animation, and the other as a really budget animation, and they shouldn't be in the same place together. You know?
Yeah, you're right. No, the camera moves at 60 frames per second, and the animations are definitely not 60 frames per second.
Yeah.
So you're absolutely right. It's like it's really smooth, and the camera moves around, but the characters are much more jerky.
Like this 3-4 frame mouth animation alongside those really smooth camera rotation animations, or even some of the character movements. And to their credit, they're trying to avoid that incongruity. I think that's why most of the animations are so low frames per second. But then the camera rotates or zooms in or does anything like that, and it doesn't work.
Yeah. No, you're totally right. It's something that I noticed when I was playing it.
Okay, so I have a question. Why can Frieza fight us when he doesn't have a soul linked to him?
He does. It's explained in the Frieza Cell stuff.
Yeah, there's 3 different souls for 3 different arcs.
Oh, okay, but... Okay, then that just makes this whole thing really, really... Oh, Frieza still has his Hacha-Cha pose! Oh, man, that's awesome.
Oh, and by the way, this is a tutorial one, so Frieza will just stand there and take it if you decide to just ignore the tutorial.
Because they're still doing tutorials this far into the fucking game.
Why are we doing tutorials now?
Because the game won't shut up about them.
And the tutorials repeat as well. You can do the same tutorial more than once.
God fucking damn it.
So, I'd imagine this is what makes the final boss that much more, like, of a difficulty spike, because up until this point you're doing pathetically easy clone battles along with pathetically easy super fights, along with tutorial fights, and then suddenly, okay, now it's time to fight God.
No, Beerus, you don't fight him in story mode, John.
Yeah.
Well,
no, I said God, not
You don't fight Kami? What are you talking about?
At least they got it right. Well, look at all those JRPGs where when you get to the point where you're fighting God, he's just a pushover.
Yeah, you remember when Kami was top of the pecking order?
Calls him God, does he?
Hey, Vegeta, it's a Pokemon.
Are the Galaxy Kai still a thing?
Kind of.
You know what's great? Fan fiction where the characters say the word kami the way an English-speaking person would say the word God as a swear. I don't
kami,
think
damn
the
it.
Japanese do that.
No.
Just call it a hunch.
No. Kami, damn it.
That's exactly.
Kami,
You say
damn
that as a
you.
joke,
Oh, my Kami.
but that's exactly what they write. Exactly.
You know, I know that's weird, but I have nothing against, like, what the hiffle.
Well, when you're
yeah,
doing
well,
it as
well,
a joke,
Hiffle-
then sure,
yeah,
it's
Hiffle's a
fine.
joke.
But if you're doing it
as a joke,
seriously,
these are weeaboo fan fiction writers who think they're writing what the characters would actually be saying if they were speaking Japanese, but they're not. They have no idea what they would actually be saying because they don't know what Japanese sounds like. They just looked up a few words online, figured out their general meanings, and applied them the way that they would apply an English word.
That Google Translate.
Meanwhile, on the Kai's planet.
I've been reading fan fiction since I was a teenager, so I've been putting up with this crap for like a decade. Sorry for getting so up in arms about it.
Now, here's another dumb thing about the story. They're gonna go on about, we're gods, we can't interfere. But you interfered with Boo not that long ago.
I think the logic there was that because it was a genie of some sort being perpetrated by a wizard, it was something that was within the domain of the gods to interfere with.
but Android 21 is a genie, though.
She's only 20% genie, it doesn't count.
Oh, we're rounding down, is it?
She could only grant you half a wish.
All right, I wish
She
for a
brings half a
sandwich.
person
Okay,
back
you
to
get half.
life.
Yeah, you get half a
The
sandwich.
left half.
Also, it could arguably be said that the gods interfering in the
Filler map!
In the it could arguably be said that the gods interfering in the Majin Buu stuff overcomplicated it because it was one of them getting absorbed that turned Buu into Fat Buu, and that led to a bunch of other crap.
Yep. So we're gonna talk about Vor?
No, we're not talking about Vor.
So wait, I blinked and I missed that. Who was that?
Nappa.
That was
That was Nappa.
Yep.
Oh, Nappa. Well, I always did think Nappa was a cupcake on the inside. Now he's a cupcake on the outside too.
On a scale of 1 to 100, I'd give it a 24.
Something about Android 21's voice just kind of rubs me the wrong way.
Hang on, wait, back up. Was that a joke about ranking men?
Well, she does it all. She does that repeatedly throughout like her story and all that sort of thing.
Okay.
Like apparently clones don't taste good. Nappa's a 24. I forget who's like the highest ranking one, like the 80.
I think it was Cell.
Cell.
Was
Yeah.
it Cell?
I think it was Cell.
Okay, so she likes the bug cock.
So you play an entire story as Android 21?
Well, she has an arc.
No.
She has an arc. She's part of the story that you play as later, but you're primarily playing as 18 and 16.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get it halfway through the last arc.
And then 16 dies and then gets replaced by good version 21.
Yeah, but you can't play as good 21 though. I thought, right?
Yeah, you can.
You can?
You play her in the story mode. You don't play her online. You play as Evil 21 online.
Does she have like a different moveset?
No, they're the exact same movesets.
Oh,
Yeah.
do they not even have like a palette swap available for offline play or out of story mode play? Because that's
No.
weird. A weird choice then.
The only difference between Good 21 and Evil 21 is the color of their eyes. Evil 21 has the red and black that you see here. Good 21 has white and blue.
So, what was the point of making her an android if she was just going to be a genie, Jin, Majin, whatever?
There's no point.
No point.
No point.
She's there to be a Mary Sue because she's a super special bioorganic android like Cell. Filler map.
Wait, there's two
Yeah.
entire maps with only that one cutscene.
Well, you know, I'm not gonna say like Mary Sue matters in the context of Dragon Ball Z because the characterization was never especially complex. So
No.
yeah, I mean Goku. The only thing stopping Goku from being a complete Mary Sue is the fact that he's a fucking idiot.
I'm just saying that in the context of she is basically part everything.
Well, that was
Yeah,
already
I
Cell.
know.
The thing more about that is that they're
I know,
borrowing
she's
things from Cell.
She's the amalgamation experiment. That trope. There's probably a TV trope for that, isn't there?
Probably.
Where they're genetically
in the
a bit of
third-
everything, so they're like the ultimate life form, except they're not.
Yeah.
There's probably another one for the ultimate life form since Shadow the Hedgehog took it and he's an alien.
There is a like funny part in the third arc where Cell finds out that she's a bioorganic android like he is, and he gets upset about the idea that she might be more perfect than he is.
Not to be too hard on him. He did try his best.
I scored
writing
100 on the
aside-
test. How did you get 101?
I mean, like writing aside and characterization aside, I do like Android 21's design. Like more the Majin form than the scientist form. I'm kind of indifferent to the scientist form.
Yeah, I really like her design. I mean, granted, I always like the bad girl characters in games. I played Juri in Street Fighter, but she's still really good. I like it. And I don't normally go for like weird non-human characters in games either.
Okay, when did Frieza become this snarky? Was he always this funny?
So are there,
That more started with Super, but yeah.
so are there actually fights here, like in
No,
between?
you go through a generic map where you fight nothing but clones, and then when you fight the clone boss, it just goes to the next cutscene.
And so there's no like fight between Frieza and 21 that
Nope.
you play. Okay, that's
Nope.
dumb.
That's what I was talking about earlier. Where I said, like, I was expecting like some really cool action scenes. There's no action scenes in this story mode. Period.
So fresh and flavorful. This is
Oh, so Frieza gets the 80.
Yeah,
give it an 8.
that was the organic joke I was talking about.
Wait,
before.
if that's the best she's had, how does she know what a 100 would taste like?
Goku and friends.
She's assuming Goku's going to be the 100.
Why does everyone assume
She's-
that about him?
She's saving herself for Goku.
Is it animal magnetism? Does he just have something that even he doesn't know he has? I don't get it.
I was hoping to scarf them down while they couldn't.
Maybe it's the hair. It's gotta be the hair.
Chick stick the hair.
Maybe she thinks it's made of chocolate. If it's made of chocolate as it is, turning it into something else that's chocolate has to make it even double chocolate.
Now. I've already waited this long.
No, I don't want patience. Just get to the fight.
When are we going to get to the fireworks factory?
Patience is Dragon Ball filler needs for filler.
So, oh yeah, so Android 21 wanted them to get stronger so they'd taste better.
So you could eat them, yeah. Filler map.
Whoa, wait, there's 3 maps now of...
Yep.
Yep.
That's
Right.
dumb.
It really
I
can't
love
be
the
overstated how
stupid
much
game-
filler there is.
I love the stupid game board thing. It's so pointless.
It is.
Like I said, it's like the challenge is try and get to the bosses in as few fights as possible. I never did anything extra. It was just a pure strategy to get there ASAP.
Yeah.
Because there's just no point in doing it. You don't
I'm
get
too-
anything for it.
I'm too damn completionist to do that, and I don't like skipping cutscenes, so the story mode is probably going to waste a lot of my time when I finally get my own copy of this.
You're gonna hate yourself when you go through the Cell and Frieza arc. If you sit and watch every cutscene
it's such a
in
pain,
that.
too, because I do like, the more I look at it, the more I'm falling in love with the cell shading, because it looks really goddamn good. There are problems that I've pointed out with the art style and the game and the clashing with background elements, but it looks the character models look really nice. They do. I'm not a fan.
Filler map.
I'm not a fan
The
of
hell's
the way
wrong
they're
with everybody's
imitating
arms?
sprites in gameplay, but in the cutscenes, the models look really nice. God, that is some PS2 as fuck lava.
It's like I calmed down for a second, and I thought the backdrop was the volcano area of Dragon Ball Evolution, and I was like, "Fuck."
You must go to the Mustafa system.
Yeah.
Wait,
Look
hold
at
on.
how-
If they've got a ship, why can't they just fly over all the fights?
Okay, look at how buttery smooth these cartoon animations are, and then look at how PS2 as hell the background is, and then tell me the first thing you don't think of is Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It fits about as well.
I'm not gonna lie, that was not the first thing that came to mind.
Well, was it at least in the top 3?
Like, is there a game I should be thinking of here? Is it?
Yeah, she's horny for people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Suppose I should thank you all for coming. It's practically an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Oh my.
You know, I was about to
Andrew-
make a point about how at least she has a personality, unlike Kid Buu, who is just sort of crazy pants. You know what? Give me Kid Buu. Please.
Well, apparently
Can we
there's
go back
more
to
to
Kid
her
Buu?
in the other stories, is what I hear.
Well, no, her evil side is basically a result of adding the Kid Buu cells to it. She just
I
has.
came.
Yeah, she just has to fight and she just has to eat. It's the only thing that gets her going.
What? Why did she listen to him?
An excellent question.
Sorry about that. It's just you're a whole lot stronger than I thought.
Let's take it somewhere else.
Can you not eat us?
I mean, you took care of the bad guys, so I mean, if you just decide to calm down, we'll call it a mulligan.
That's right, Vegeta. I'd rather fight without having to worry about making a mess.
Luckily for us, there's always the deserted polar regions to the north.
Yeah, we'll just always go. Let's go to the Kai planet. They don't mind.
I know just
I mean, I'm literally fucking with gods here, but they don't seem to mind.
It's okay. Pretty soon I'll fuck with Zeno and
Okay.
that'll really piss people off.
Okay, Goku, what you do now is you go, you grab Android 21, you instant transmission into the sun, and then pop back. Okay, cool.
Well,
no,
that would-
because
no,
she
he
learns.
He
She learns
learns
instant transmission just by watching him.
the other thing.
I fucking hate that shit.
The other thing is, instant transmission only works when he has a location in which to transmit to. He has to send someone's energy and transport to that.
Why is it that he always thinks to bring these things to the Kai worlds?
Well, because these two are the only people who live here.
the only place that came to mind.
And last time
Well,
he
yeah, but like he killed King Kai doing this shit before.
yeah.
Wasn't
Come
King
on.
Kai already dead?
I know it.
No.
Goku,
Well,
Goku,
Cell blowing up
okay?
is what killed King Kai.
Okay,
Yep.
since you keep having to do this, here's a plan. Go into outer space, find a secluded, uninhabited planet.
Go to
memorize
Fake
what
Namek.
it looks
Nobody
like,
cares about that place.
yeah, you know what? They should have called the fake name.
memorize an uninhabited planet, and keep it in your head, so the next time you have to teleport a bad guy somewhere, you can just teleport them there, and let them die there.
Yeah, or the bug planet at the very least. What was
No,
name?
the bug planet's
What?
already gone blown up because
yeah,
Vegeta's a genocidal dick. Hashtag pray for bug planet.
I see. It would appear Android 20.
But we're just gonna sit back and do nothing.
You know, what the gods should say is, hey, she's on our turf now. Can we kill her yet? Yes, I think we can.
Yeah, technically they've invaded our house, so
I have the right to defend myself as an American.
You're not an American, though.
You live in outer space. Come on.
Yeah, we live in space America.
There is no space America.
Sure, hey, Lewis, our flag is on the
you
freaking
know
moon.
of.
That means it's ours.
Have you been in space? I thought not.
well,
What,
no,
is it-
no way. Can we just ask Zeno to come in and pop her out of existence?
Well, I suppose if you were to really stretch it, maybe the Earth happened to turn around at just the right angle for this 5 minutes of the day, that this planet was positioned directly above the United States of America, so then maybe you could consider it Space America. But, come on.
Well, that would Space America would take up a really big part of the planet, though, because it would grow outward as it extended farther away from Earth.
Maybe. Yeah, you're right, probably. I like the... I was momentarily mesmerized by the way the cell shading handles lighting. It's really, really good. I love that. It's very pretty.
Yeah, I've
They
seen,
can,
I've
they
seen
can
a breakdown
emphasize
of it.
shadows to affect the mood.
Final
Yeah,
boss.
I've seen a breakdown of it. Like, there's 4 different layers that they use of different effects to get the cell shading to actually work. It's not just one actual effect going on at a given time.
I see Ryan choosing the boring Saiyan team. Oh, who's the strongest Dragon Ball fighters? Oh, it's Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan. You're not going to use...
Hey guys, who will win versus Goku and Superman?
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Now, it should be stressed that this is not while she is the final boss of this arc, she is not the final boss, because that takes place
Yeah,
in arc 3.
the real
So
final
this
boss.
is much easier.
Yeah, in
still
the real
refilling
final
health,
boss, she
though.
has all of her abilities from that little box meter there, and she is constantly regenerating health.
She's regenerating health right now, though.
Not nearly as fast.
Yeah, no, it's like 5 times faster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jesus. So
It's
what
really-
you're telling
it's
me...
gonna- yeah.
What you're telling me is that her health bar has gone to red.
Basically.
It's yellow.
Like, I hit her with multiple level 3 supers to have to fucking kill her. It's kind of ridiculous, as we're seeing here.
Yep. Have to end it with style.
Gotta swag it out.
Yep.
Goku never actually finished off any big bads with Super Saiyan 3. I just realized that.
No.
It's almost like the form was a complete waste of time.
No.
And it, actually, in the also, since you mentioned that, in the final arc, he actually kills her with a spirit bomb.
Again.
No, I know the movies are non-canon, but Super Saiyan 3, Goku kills Hiruligar, the giant beast with the Super Dragon Fist.
Eh.
That's true.
Is that one of the good movies or the bad ones?
That's Fusion
I liked
Reborn.
it.
No.
It's okay.
No, it's
okay.
not. It's not Fusion Reborn. Fusion
You're
Reborn
right.
is
It's
with
Wrath of the
Gogeta.
Dragon.
Yeah, Wrath of the Dragon is the one with Chrono Trigger.
Yeah. By your powers combined, we are awesome attack.
Okay, yeah, this looks straight up anime.
It is.
It is?
It's not
Okay.
like Dragon
Yeah.
Ball is an anime or anything.
I'll give them... No, I mean, like, it looked like it was entirely drawn. Is it drawn?
No.
No, it's 3D.
Yeah, okay. All it took was the removal of those garish PS2 backgrounds.
And the illusion was complete.
So did they straight up kill
Oh, they're back.
Android 21 in the other...
Yeah, because it's filler.
Oh, okay.
This is filler. It can't take place in canon because otherwise you'd have to explain how the hell 21 is either still around or how that affects anything.
She's
You know what the
busy.
Although,
That's literally all you have to
Although it's
say.
fun-
She's busy.
The problem
what's
with
funny
that...
is that when she dies in the third arc, Goku says he's going to talk to Kimiyama to bring her back as a good person as well, like with Boo.
That's probably just so
problem.
she can be there if they ever do a sequel, really.
Yeah.
The problem with this kind of moment at the end of a fighting game where the fights take about 20 seconds is that there's no build-up to the triumph.
and here's the best reaction as to all the mysteries going on.
Does anyone care? It really is none of our business.
Exactly, Beerus.
My appetite is just going when that
But there's also like the nudge nudge wink wink that Whis does here.
Wow, that was the worst example of it yet. I just saw a 3 frame per second per second mouth animation accompanied by a 60 frame per second head tilt. Come on.
You're still not satisfied?
I don't care,
Fourth
Whis.
wall. Fourth wall.
You're free to look for them yourself.
Whis, who are you talking to?
Oh, nobody. Wink.
Oh, and do fill me in once you've pieced it all together.
There's nothing to say,
Because
Whis.
even I have no idea what the fuck's going on over here.
And that's that.
Where did Fat Poo come from?
He's
where did
just
he
there.
get-
We saved
Pierce
them.
and Whis literally just played the fucking Leonard Nimoy of this one. Looks like my work here is done.
But you didn't do anything.
do anything.
Yeah, that took me 3 hours and 43 minutes.
I am Goku.
I
the
am
leg-
Goku, the
Legenda.
Legenda. The Legenda.
Thrill how.
Yeah, that's Dragon Ball FighterZ. Now we have Enemy Warrior and then the Android arc. We will not be doing this because we
Wait,
don't want to spend another 20 parts here.
Who do you play in the Android arc?
He plays 18, 16, and 21.
Okay, nice.
They're the only ones you can pick in that arc.
Honestly, at this point, we've done our part for commentary. You're better off just watching clips of it on YouTube, and I do emphasize clips because it's just fucking clone battles, like over and over again, repeat ad nauseum.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a good fighting game. Like it's got problems in certain areas mechanically, but it's a good fighting game.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It deserves to have a good story mode, and it doesn't get one. And there were pieces and parts that would have made for a good story mode. Like I kept complimenting the way, well, toward the end, after I started to appreciate it, I kept complimenting the way the cell shaded models look.
And the moments are good when you combine certain teams or fight certain enemies with certain characters. They have interesting character cutscenes, but the overall narrative is just bleh.
It kind of feels like while they were developing it, they wanted to make a story mode that would last a long time because they were afraid people wouldn't be invested enough in the game to buy it or buy it new if it didn't have a lot of single player content. But the problem with that is it's not just a lot of single player content that people want in single player games. They also want good single player content. You know? It has to be engaging. It doesn't matter how much there is if it's not engaging to you. Like I love Resident Evil 6 to pieces, but if you don't like what Resident Evil 6 does with its gameplay, it doesn't matter how many campaigns you stuff into the thing or how many extra modes it has. You're not going to want to keep it and play it for more than however long it takes for you to decide that you don't like it. So if you do something legitimately bad like this game board clone battle mess, people are just gonna tune out.
So what we're saying is that longer isn't always better. Am I right, ladies? Yeah, call me.
Quality versus quantity.
I mean, 21 would still probably eat you up, Ted.
No, we are not talking about 4.
You brought it up yourself.
No, I
You're the one
didn't.
that
Ryan did.
you mentioned all this talk of penis.
What kind of rating do you think she would give him?
Okay, I'm done.
Well, if an apple is 24,